Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Smart Women How to Invest. So today I will interview Suwit again. Hello, Suwit.
Hi.
Yes, I know that you can speak a little bit Mandarin.
yes, of course.
Okay.
I studied in China before. After graduate, I go there to only start Mandarin.
What is the percentage for the Hong Kong land loss from your clients?
Oh, right now it's more than 50%.
When the landlord finds you to rent out the unit, so what will you do? And then within the whole year contract, what kind of service do you provide? Can you talk more about this part?
For the more detail, we start from looking for the customer, do for the whole thing from for the paperwork. If some foreigner rent for your unit, we do for the report to immigration. Yes, and for the whole year contract, we look after your unit, do everything. After the tenant left, we clean your unit, clean the aircon, make everything ready as before, try another tenant for the landlord. This is what we do.
So about when the tenant, like every month, do you have to remind them to pay the rent?
In some case, yes. Usually, the tenant will pay direct to the landlord, so we don't know that they pay or they don't pay. If the landlord don't receive the money, just let me know. Especially for the overseas landlords, because I understand it's very difficult for them to email or call to the juristic office in Thailand. Yes, this we mainly focusing on the overseas landlord. We do everything for them.
Sometimes I remember when after the tenants move away, sometimes we need to pay the electricity bill, water bill. But sometimes I ask your company to help us to pay first, and I transfer the money back to you.
This is what we do. Yes, and we must do. If the landlord doesn't pay for the electricity after few months, they will move away by government. It's very difficult to us to get it back. It takes some day. So I think it's better we do it in the proper way first to prevent the future problem.
I feel that your company is very good because within the 1 year contract, you help me to do all this kind of follow-up work and helping me for the service, and then without charging me extra money. Usually I can contact you during nighttime after office hours.
Yes, no problem.
So what do we do when we encounter some difficult tenants?
But the good thing is when we experience property agent, so it's kind of our experience and knowledge, and then we know how to deal with it.
As you have your experience, you have handled many overseas landlords. So usually, what do they require for overseas landlords?
Beginning is about the knowledge, because they have no idea how to rent it out, and rule and regulation here we need to explain a lot. Especially from Hong Kong, because the Hong Kong people very educated and very detailed.
They want to know more.
Yes, they want to know more. They ask the question all the time, but we're happy to give them the answer.
When I contact you for the first time, so after that we will continue to find you to find the tenants after the next contract.
In my work, is not the difficult thing is not about the find the tenant. The difficult thing is about to look after the tenant after sign the contract.
Okay.
Many agents just took the money and then just disappear.
Yes, I heard sometimes some situation like that. Yeah.
I feel very sorry for those landlords, because they live overseas. It's very difficult to them to handle situation here. If we do that, I think it's quite ruin our reputation. So I think we do it in the proper way.
Usually in Bangkok, is it common for them to move out every year, or is it they will prefer to stay in the unit for 2 years or more? Can you tell us about the common habit of the tenants?
If student tenant, they will stay very long, because they need to study like 3-4 years usually.
Okay.
Office worker is depend on their job. If they can keep their job nearby their workplace, they still let's say 1 or 2 years usually. Some entertainment area, people who work at night. This is very difficult to predict. Usually they just come and take a unit. Maybe 2 months later they leave. Different customer, different way.
Okay, for the landlords, do you advise them to rent out in a short period, for example 6 months? For myself, I usually rent out the unit at least 1 year. Yes, I prefer longer term. But what do you think as a property agent?
I think 1 year is the best option. Not
Okay.
too many work, and the landlord can get the money.
Okay,
If do
yes.
6 months, there's too many work to do for the landlord, also for the agent. That means you need to check the room every 6 months, clean up the room every 6 months.
My units are usually near the office area. So sometimes I feel that usually I need to find a tenant every year or every 2 years. So is it common for the tenants, they want to change other units? Like
Oh, this is something very common. People in Thailand here, they keep changing the job every year.
they like to move the job. So that's why when they move the job, they move the place.
Yes, that's right.
Okay,
In Thailand here, very easy to find a job.
Okay, so thank you for your time today. We have a lot about the property market in Thailand. So next time we will talk about other topics. So thank you, Suvik.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye
okay.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.